and welcome. As you might have guessed by this little beauty down here, I am doing a what's in my pencil case spring, because it always changes, 2017. And I know we're still in February, so it's not quite springtime yet, but I have no intentions of changing this just yet. So this is and has been my go-to pencil case for quite a long time now. I bought it on Amazon. I honestly couldn't tell you exactly which shop, but it's pretty nice because for starters it's quite chunky, it's quite robust, it's washable, which if you're like me and have paint or other kind of dirty media in your bag or in your art travel bag, it can get dirty. This one somehow didn't get dirty even though I was trying to cater for that. So inside, turn it sideways so you can have a better look. We have a zip compartment here, and I just have a Lamy refill in there. There's usually, well, there is a refill in there. They just look like your standard ink refill cartridges. Oh, it is a Pentel ink cartridge. Ooh, the lighting's quite funny. Yeah. Filled with fresh black ink for brushing. There is a secondary pocket down here. I put these tab like sticky note pointers in here mainly to help me plan, but as you can tell they've never even made it out the packet. So I just forget they're in there, to be honest, because this is closed. I know you can sort of see them here. I just forget that they're there, and I've been using other kinds of sticky notes and other stickers actually. This is my favourite non-mechanical pencil. This is my one and only Copic fine liner, SP01. I do like it, it's incredibly fine. I have a normal multi-liner somewhere. I know it's a 0.3, but even comparing it to one of my usual Unipin ones, it seems to be extra fine. I don't know whether that's just me. When I was last at a London Comic Con, I was given this Zig Scroll brush pen. It's really lovely. It's got like a chisel nib with like a dash between it, so when you draw it's really good for clouds. But I've tried it thinking I might get used to it. I do like the brush nib. I've got a thing about brush nibs. Yeah, I've tried it. It's good for a different line texture if you're scanning it in and then painting it digitally. It does have a tendency of smudging, so it's not one I'd use with another alcohol based something. This is the Pentel brush pen. I did order it on no, not Amazon. I ordered it from eBay because it's actually cheaper from eBay, and I do enjoy it. I find it incredibly hard to use though. You have to have such a good wrist action, you have to have the right pressure, and I find this quite hard to deal with, seeing as I usually use one of these type of fine liners. This is a very rare choice when I come to illustrating, and in fact I use these more for idea making rather than final piece making. Again, the ink doesn't seem to be great with Copics. It's great, just like the Zig, for getting down your ideas and scanning them in and going from there. Not really one for mixing your media. So just bear that in mind when you are buying a Pentel. They are fabulous. You get a great range of widths available from the one brush nib, but they don't mix well with other media. These are the souffle gel rolls. Bought a pack of 5, so actually in the pot next to me I've got another 3. Yeah, no, I do. I have another 3 here. And yeah, I use these just to finish off a piece. They work really well with Copics and other art pens, just to give like highlights here and there. The only issue I've been having with it is it's not pure white, if you know what I mean. When you write, it's best not to have a heavy hand with these. It's also probably advisable to go in a couple of times. Oh, I see the other one. Yeah, go in a couple of times to build it up. Okay, bit of washi tape. That other gel roll, triangular rubber, kind of does exactly what it says. What I do really like about this is it's got the thinner edge. Goes in all the places. You can have it wider, thicker, thinner, whatever. Oops. My Lamy pen. I do have more refills somewhere because I can see that this one's actually dead. In the top, it's like a reservoir of just in case ink. I'm going to call it that because I don't really know what else to call it. You just flick the cartridge and it pushes the ink down. I expect it's for when I've done me and forgotten to put in a new refill. And that's one of my favourites for writing with. With a fountain nib is that you have to write a little bit slower, just for fear of catching the end in your paper, because I've got quite a soft tooth paper and it tends to dig in if you're going too fast. It's better more on like moleskin paper where it's got a smoother finish. This was a whim buy, and I honestly couldn't tell you where it was from, but you can see it's Tombow ABT or whatever that is. I'm really not sure anymore. It was a random buy online. It's acid free, so it's not going to fade. Lovely. So we have a bullet nib on one side and a brush nib on the other, and very much like the other couple of brush pens over here, its ink isn't great with other markers. You can, if you're really careful, you can push a Copic ink right up to the edge, but you've got to be careful really because it picks up pigmentation. You won't damage your Copics. Just remember to scribble on a spare piece of paper with your Copic before using it on any of your art really. So my usual go-to inking pens are, let me get them, is that all of them? Yeah, okay, that's all of them. So we've got a 0.1, 2, oh, where's my 3? Oh, maybe that was from this. So I've been using it a lot. 3, 5, 8 and a 0.05, which I'm running out of ink in this one because it's the one I use for detailing when I do like Inktober small illustrations usually. So these pens here have actually lasted a really long time. I bought these when I was on the HND in graphic design, which was, sorry, a year in a job, the BA top up, HND. So it was about 4 years ago because I bought it at the very beginning when I was in Ryman's. So thank you very much, Ryman's. I love these pens. Again, really nice feature with these is that they have their sizes on the top. So when I come to building my Copic case, which I will do eventually, I will have it as a general pen holding case, and these can stay in it. Because I have more than one set because I like them so much. I'll leave those there. This has been my favourite pencil since school, and that is over 10 years ago, and it's still going. It's a Technicolor G. I really don't think they make these anymore, so I'm very precious about it. It's just one of those refill ones. You take this off, there you go, and your refills go in the base here. I believe it's a 0.5. Oh, it is. It's a 0.5, and it's a Pentel one. I did not know that. There's a little bit there that says Pentel. How did I not see this? Yeah, and yeah, it's been my favourite since then. I got good at maths with this pencil. This is a historic pencil. I freaking love it. Full stop. Okay, so you will notice I also have random coloured pencils in here. The reason for this is just because I don't like sketching character concepts with a normal pencil. Okay, this one is a handy dandy little thing that I found incredibly useful when I was on the graphics and BA course. It is just a 15cm ruler, really bog standard, but what is really good about it is that it is a metal ruler, which on the graphics course, if you are also doing it, you will probably need to use a Stanley knife for cutting out mock-ups and making packaging concept designs. This pretty much never left my side. I do have a larger one somewhere. It's not the same brand, but this one stays in my desk because I do use it a lot for packaging making and stuff. So the badge packs I make for Comic-Con, I have cut out all the pieces myself with this. Oops. Yeah, this one, clash bang wallop. This one is more for pencil cases. It just gets chucked in and off you go. Highlighter, can't be without that. Sharpie, I found these really useful for just marking up folders and just getting on with life. That's nice and easy. This is something that's broken me into sepia using, and it's the one I use for the Lilo and Stitch fan art line art. It's currently dead. It's run out of ink. It might do a line or two. That's probably all that's left inside it, and there's dog fur in here. Brilliant, lovely. So yeah, I mean, I want to get some more, which is why I've left it in here. It's not like an RIP pen. RIP pen. Calligraphy pen. I'm not very good at it. It's been a long time. I just have fun with it. Oh no, I know what I use it for. I've completely forgotten. I occasionally play a little bit of D&D. I'm very much a noob, and I have like little exercise books, you know, we used to have in primary school, and I basically do the titles and stuff in the calligraphy pen, trying to make it look all old school and weathered. Yeah, I overkilled it basically. But that's what I use this for. I was thinking, oh yeah, I can make it look really old school and beautiful and retro and gorgeous, and yeah, I failed because I'd forgotten how to do it. Like a noob. This one I haven't used in a long time. Again, I would have got this from the same place as the brown one. Just a blue fine liner. Something different. And I just enjoy that kind of thing. I'll just have to search Zig fine liners, I think. That seems like the logical thing to do, Tori. How come you haven't done it before, huh? Compass, because I like drawing circles for backgrounds. Red pen for marking. And accounts for my job if I check this pencil case in my handbag. More pencils in a B, and HB. That's really unlike me, actually. B is yes. In fact, that one's actually older than my secondary school. I had this pencil in primary school, I think. It came from an art set. That was it. It came from an art set one Christmas. It was either when I was in year 5 or year 6. So this pencil is very old. And you can see I'm getting a bit precious about that one too. That one's an old pencil, again from a sketching set. I usually use a 2B. Is that one a 2B? Yeah, so that's my favourite pencil for obvious reasons. It's my favourite type of lead. I don't like hard leads. They scratch the paper too easy. And if it's like a concept, the softer lead's easier for rubbing out, I found. I could be proved wrong. Oh, I know what that is. That came with this. 5Bs, because I collect them. Lots of dog fur because it gets everywhere. And my favourite pencil sharpener, and this one does travel from pencil case to pencil case, depending on what I'm doing. So these are the random bits I usually have in my pencil case. If I just put them back, like this one is particularly long, and you have to wedge it down the side. Because this is a pocket that folds down. If you don't want to have a sharpener in there, you don't have to have it. No one's telling you have to. And these fine liners and other bits go in there. Da 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 da. All these bits in here. Lovely chovely. In there. Close it. And back in the day, you'll be ready to go off to school or whatever. So that is what was in my pencil case. Has been for a while. The only change that has been in here is that there was felt tips in this bottom area instead of that. And instead of carrying, well, these, because I have one lying on the side over there. Instead of carrying these pens, I carried a pack of these graphic fine liners as well. It's got its own little case. I never actually take this off, but they're all in here. Still got all their sizes: 0.05, 1, 2, 3, 5, and 8. So I'm actually fine for black fine liners. That is not an issue right now. These seem okay with Copics. They don't seem great, which is why they don't get as much love now. These guys are getting way more loving at the moment. So I'll leave you on that note. And I promise to do something a little bit more arty for you guys next time. So thanks very much for watching, guys. Like if you liked and sub if you haven't. Just keep doodling. Bye!